We didn't get to see Cam Allen a lot last week because of the targeting, but where does he fit into the safety rotation, and is he a guy that you want to see more of here as the season goes on?
Yeah, we want to see more of him. We obviously we playing him, so we want to get him in there and just trying to, we're trying to find some, some energy, some juice, and some guys that can make some plays, and just trying to shake it up a little bit. But and also just to give other guys breaks. I don't think we built to go a full game quite yet, so we just try to rotate some guys in, and stay fresh, and stay playing hard.
What do you see from Maryland's offense with the RPO? You guys had some issues with that this year.
Well, it's going to be very similar to Minnesota. They a lot of RPO game. They got a good quarterback. They can run the ball as well as throw the ball. So I've been knowing Coach Lockley for a long time. He do a great job. His offense, really indicative of who he is, and they play hard. They're tough. They play together. So it's going to be a big challenge for us. But hopefully we learn our lessons against Minnesota.
How is the learning process going for Cam now?
It's going good. They freshmen, man. Him, Jalen, quite a few of these guys that we playing, they freshmen. So some of it's on the job training. Once they get to the game, it look a little different to them than what it did in practice. But each week they're getting better, so and get more comfortable. So when we put them in, we expect them to do well.
What's the benefit of having Jalen at nickel?
But just a little change up. Get him close to the ball. Things happen a little slower for him there, and we got some veteran guys behind him. So we just trying to mix him up, move him around a little bit, and just trying to so he can really showcase what his talent's all about.
What's Simeon's role now?
Well, Sam, he just can play a little bit of everything for us. He can play outside, he can play the nickel, he can play the safety. So move him around like we did last week, and he's a big part of us trying to settle down and starting to play decent ball the last 2.5 quarters of the game. So he's a veteran that been in the game, so I think he can bring a calm and influence to those young guys out there.
Why was that? Why was there a change last week after that first 16 minutes? What'd you guys start doing differently defensively?
You know how it is. You go on the road, you're going against a top opponent, and I think a couple of guys were sticking their toe in to see if the water was cold. It's one of those deals. Like we make a couple of busts that really look bad, but other than that, you playing good solid football. We gave them a couple of just free plays, man. What you can't do against a good team like that. They rank top 10 for a reason because they're a good team, and can't go on the road and give them free plays. And once we settled in, they saw that we could at least keep the points down. But by that time, it's just a little too late when you're going against a team like that.
So what do you need to see at the beginning of the Maryland game?
We got to start much faster.
Right.
I think, the last 3 or 4 games, we just, defensively, it's taking us a while to get settled in. We just got to get settled in early and, try to make them punt the ball and just, not give up the cheap points early and get the whole thing reeling. So give our offense an opportunity to get out there and get their stuff going and, just try to keep the game, the points down and keep the score down so we can just stay in the ball game and make it a full quarter game.
The Corey Trice used to be a safety. Obviously, he's switching the corner in August. Let's talk about his development. It seems like he's obviously taken to it extremely well.
He done a really nice job. He growing each week just like him. He a redshirt freshman. He out there playing corner, and like you said, he was a safety before, but he doing a really nice job of coming in and getting the game plan and learning the techniques, and he learned how to play at the game, and play hard and compete. So, really pleased with where his development going.
I know you don't technically coach him anymore, but just he seemed to, he made the one play on Hamler last week, throwing for a 1-yard loss, and I'm not sure they threw his way a whole lot.
Right.
Last week.
Well, you guys see him. You walk out to the field. This guy's an imposing figure, and he actually can run, well for his size. So, it ain't a lot of offense that look over there and say, man, that's the matchup we want to go against. And each week you never know though, because he is a redshirt freshman. Some team might come in and say, man, we want to see if you really can do it. But I think he's been on top of all this stuff. That's why they really haven't come his way. He's been, doing the techniques, doing the coverages, and again, I'm excited for him and excited for his development.
Have you ever seen a cornerback that big?
Well, I think Michigan State had one last year, and Nebraska had one last year. we done seen some out there, but it's beneficial to have a guy that size that can play out on the edge and cover some of the smaller receivers up.
And one of Maryland's strengths is its speed.
Yes.
Overall team speed.
Yes.
How do you guys try to get a handle on that, especially early in the game?
Well, I done recruited that area for a long time, and I kind of know a lot of those kids on the roster. And like I told our kids, they'll be as good a skilled as we'll face all year, and they can all run. And but again, we didn't play teams that have been fast. Penn State was fast. Minnesota was fast. I mean, so we didn't. TCU was fast. So our guys shouldn't be shocked at the speed. You know, it's just playing the plays, knowing what they're trying to get done on offense, and trying to defend their favorite stuff.
Why were there such issues against Minnesota's RPO?
Well, I mean, I just think we just didn't cover the windows up enough. You know, early on in the downs, and you know, you got to kind of, you know, game plan. The kids got to understand what they're coming to. They're not, you know, these teams in the Big Ten, man, when they do what they're going to do, man, they're not going to come to the game and have a whole different deal. And, you know, credit to Minnesota. They did a great job of just running their game plan and running their plays, and they out-executed us, quite frankly. And, you know, we're trying not to let that happen again this week.